What's up, everyone? I'm back and playing Minecraft episode 29, and I am in today's episode. I'll be doing my part two of my iron vein mining because I need experience because experience is is costly now when you have a mini. Sorry, I'm very sick. Because it's the mucus. And if you're wondering why am I doing this way, because it was my old tactic that I used on my first ever on the channel. And I'm doing this way so I don't have to go, you know, go like tunnel mining. So I won't forget where I go. And and this took like a good amount of time. Dig out of the side of this giant wall. Right now I am getting a good amount of. Oh, wait. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a history channel. History for you. So, I'm gonna, I'm not gonna tell you a story about a city called Salt Lake City. I know it's called Mormon, but literally they're just called the LDS, Latter-day Saints, because they don't worship it. And the LDS leader, Brigham Young, came to came to Salt Lake after the persecution of all saints of Missouri and the Far East, in the eastern side of the United States. They came west. Some of the boys just some of their older men. They fought in the Mexican-American War, called the Mormon Battalion. They helped build schools in San Francisco, build churches. They're the ones who helped build San Francisco and California. When they were done, they came back to Utah. Well, when they came back, they were finding their city getting big. Where Brigham Young has been building building a whole city for the church to live. And Brigham Young saw this land and wanted to build a temple. But when the United States, under James Buchanan, still hate that guy, because he just led You let an entire battalion of soldiers come to Salt Lake City and try to take down a rebellion that they were given of. But really, it's just no rebellion. It was just a hunch. They don't talk about it today, but it's still on some records. I ain't afraid to say it. But it was a very big stink. It was a very... The LDS is not... weren't even happy. But the U.S. government sought to let us expand instead of persecuting us like what we had been through. So they let us build our church, keep our studies, keep our religion, keep everything, keep their church, keep their stuff. And I'm also floored about the long time to build their temple, because if I can remember, there was a temple called St. George, where they built it in 1870s. I'm going down up here. I need to go down there, down here. So the St. George Temple was the oldest living one to be standing alive to this day, while the Salt Lake Temple, it had to take a lot of time, since it was taking a lot of valuable stuff, like getting granite from the Salt Lake Mountains. They had to, before when the Continental Railroad came, they had to pull down big size granite, like this, more than my length of what I'm holding out of my hands. So the Saints came after the little miscommunication with the government during the Civil War. The Transcontinental Railroad is on progress to keep expanding. But Brigham Young, he wanted all saints who worked at the quarry, the granite quarry, to work on the Continental Railroad, because it can benefit them, because they can get trading, they can do business, they also can transport all their granite and other resources to help finish up the temple. And I'm actually surprised they actually put more of their sacrifice than just showing up and just harassing others. They were more peaceful people. I give them credit. And actually, if I can remember, if anyone's a millennial and Gen X's, there was a World Cup was, if I can remember, was in Salt Lake. I'm actually surprised for being an LDS state hosted the World Cup there. I was really impressed that we built the LDS built it. And well, it's not called the well, it wasn't the LDS. It was more like the Utah government, Utah state government. Yeah. And actually, the ODS knows their taste of hard work, because if they draw, because if we believe, they believe in the Lord of our, the Lord Messiah. I'm forbidden to say their name because I don't want to get messed up. I get messed up. The Holy Lord was sacrificed for our sins. It means more to me. So it's not like you worship a man named Mormon. It's not what they. Sorry, why am I saying we? It's they don't worship Mormon. He was a prophet. He was a prophet of the old America before these settlers. That learned. I mean, if you learn from the Book of Mormon, it's kind of crazy if you go into one of their chapters. In, if I can remember, in Helaman. And I'm actually good on this book because it shows about how did they came to America. It's not because they came from like lineage from Ice Age. It came from Jerusalem. There were two groups. All of the came from the Jaredites and the Lehites, known from the two groups. Is when the Jaredites got destroyed, lost their ways, lost their language, like cultural language. Not this one. They'll be called the Amalekites, and the other side, the Lehites will turn into Nephites and Lamanites. And yeah, you'll learn from more of them. Well, I'll talk more in another video. But just so you know, you should know, if you want to like and subscribe, it is your choice to do. And it keeps growing my channel. Like I just grown have 3 new subscribers. I appreciate them if they watch my episodes, and so just to see how much episodes I have created a span of over 2 months. That's actually surprising. And if you want to share it, share it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.